snake diet. The snake diet is a prolonged fasting focused lifestyle combined with proactive eating. What the fuck does this mean? Okay, first off, fasting. There's 2 fasting protocols I fucking promote. Dry fasting, where you basically eat nothing and drink nothing, not even water. Or saltwater fasting, aka snake juice fasting, where you drink water and fucking salt. Okay? The salts we use are sodium chloride and potassium chloride. Okay? You don't need anything more than that. Okay? It's that fucking simple. That's fucking fasting. Prolonged. What this means is that I promote long motherfucking fasts. Not hours, but days, weeks, and fucking months. Okay? Proactive eating means that you eat according to your goal. Okay? We'll get into that in a minute. Now, the best way for me to explain all this shit is to just tell you stories and how I've had people fast and what kind of routines we've done. Okay? So, what is your goal? Now, most people are going to fit into these 3 categories. Fat loss is going to be like 99% of the fucking population. Performance and maintenance, you could say as well. And health. So, let's talk fucking fat loss first. So, if you're fucking fat, you don't need to fucking eat. Simple as that. Fat people don't need to eat. That's where this prolonged really comes in. You fast as long as you fucking can, okay? You lose the goddamn weight because health issues will follow weight loss as well. These 2 really go hand in hand, okay? So one fella that I was helping, he actually didn't eat for 40 fucking days and he lost 60 pounds, okay? On snake juice. He was drinking salt water, okay? So that is a very good example of a fat loss example. So fast as long as you can. Rule of thumb, if you're not losing weight, eat less and fast longer. It's that fucking simple. Drinking salt water, okay? Number 2, performance. Now this is a little bit more complicated. So once you're the fat guy that's basically now you're ripped, let's say now you want to become a power lifter. So you'll start fasting for performance. So some of the routines I have people doing, one guy specifically that I'm coaching right now that's a really high level bench presser, he eats only on the nights before training days, and on his rest days, he doesn't eat the night before. So he's still covering the prolonged fasting aspect because he's doing at least one 48-hour fast every week. Okay? That's for health benefits. That's why I want at least 48-hour fast every fucking week. And on any eating day, your eating window should be as small as fucking possible on the eating days. Okay? Now performance, that's where other shit's gonna come in, like when you start fucking around with your carbs. Okay? If you want to be extremely explosive in the gym, you might crank your carbs up. Okay? If you want to do just endurance sports, you might fucking keep the carbs low and just keep on the high fat kick. Okay? So you're still leading a fasting focused fucking lifestyle. So you go from a fat ass to a lean guy who now wants to be a fucking power lifter, and you start eating accordingly. Obviously when you're fasting for performance, when you do eat, you're eating way more fucking food because now you don't have all those fucking calories on your body fat anymore because the fat's gone. Okay, so now you got to get the calories in through food. Okay? So you're still fasting. You're always fucking fasting. That's the snake diet. Just depends on your fucking goal. Okay? Now, let's talk a health example here. So a health example would be somebody that may even be lean, but maybe they have eczema or acne or some other bowel issue. That's where dry fasting really comes in. But if you're lean, you might have to fatten up deliberately just to do the fast, okay? But if you're fat, then you're fasting for health. That's where dry fasting is the most aggressive. That's why it's one of the main protocols I still push, okay? If you're gonna dry fast, so you want to plan it, and you want to keep your fucking ass at home. And you want to try to do 72-hour dry fast minimum. That's when you really get a true autophagy effect, where your fucking body just starts chewing up garbage on its own. Okay? So you're snake juice fasting most of the time. Unless you have a really bad health ailment you want to try to fix, then you do more dry fasting. Try to incorporate some long dry fasts every couple of weeks. Okay? That is it. Fat loss, performance, and health. And you have a different fasting routine for all of them. In the end, you're fasting as long as you can, always. But like obviously the performance guy, like okay, let's say me, I can only fast so long. Okay? Because I'm lean. So the thing is, when I do eat, I gotta eat a lot. And if I have a health ailment, say if I have acne and I'm lean, I have to deliberately try to fatten up. But I'll do it in a fucking smart manner where I'll still eat like one massive meal in a tiny eating window to try to gain weight. And then once I've gained enough weight that I think I can do a long fast, then I'll start to fast. Okay? It's about being proactive. Proactive. Okay? Now let's talk some regular Joes. So let's say you are a fat loss person and now you've lost all the fucking weight. And you just want to like fucking live this proactive eating lifestyle. So maybe you have a wedding on the weekend and you know you're going to fucking eat a big meal that day. So what you do is maybe fast before and fast for a long period after. Maybe you do a 48-hour before and a 48 after. See, in the end, once you're lean, if your weight starts to creep up, you just fast again. You already know how to lose goddamn weight. It's easy to fucking gain it. That's why with fat loss people, I always tell them to undershoot. Undershoot what they fucking think their goal weight is. If you think you should be this heavy, fucking even try to get lighter. Because you know what? You can always gain the weight. Who get like literally fast to the point where you're actually starving. Which you're going to fucking be, that's going to take you a long time. Okay? Very few people even have the willpower to fast hard enough to where they're actually in a starving situation. Okay? Get fucking lean as fuck and then reevaluate. Okay? And then fucking if you want to if you don't feel strong at that weight, then gain a little weight back. It's always easier to get fucking shredded and fucking lose a little bit of strength and then pop back up. Because then you know what you're capable of. Okay? So, fat loss. Fast as long as you fucking can. Performance. Fast according to how you feel and how lean you are and how your fucking basically how your performance is in the gym and in whatever your sport you're doing. Health. Fucking basically fast as long as you fucking can. Try to incorporate dry fast to fucking cure issues even more aggressively than simple water fasting on snake juice. Okay? That's the snake diet. It's that simple. Fasting focused lifestyles according to your fucking goal. If your goal is weight loss, which most of you are, fast as long as you motherfucking can. And don't fucking be a crybaby. And get that fat in ya.